Hi everyone, welcome back to Marek's Koi Pond. Fish is still feeding. Got the last of the growth food in that hopper, and then they will be going on to Shogun for the winter. Now the purpose of this video today is I just want to say a few words about this man and his company. Offers outstanding customer service, really is top drawer. So I'll take you in the shed and I'll talk about Andy Finch for a couple of minutes. Right, I'm in the filter house, nice and toasty in here. Right, I need to speak about this man, Andy Finch, Finch Filtration Innovation Systems Limited. I mean, what outstanding customer service Andy offers. Been a customer of his, I suppose, for a couple of years now, and initially I approached him for some advice on fitting a Big Blue, water purifier. That was my initial contact, and by the time I put the phone down, he never pushed me to place an order or anything. He just explained the different options of all the different carbons, so I come away with a better picture of what I wanted. Now, I try never to bother anybody unless I've got a problem, I can't sort out myself. But this man, Andy, he really does give his time freely, and he tried to help anybody out. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did have a problem with this Big Blue, and I couldn't suss it out. I didn't know what was the matter with it. And you know what? Bless his heart, Andy come all the way down here from Lincolnshire to help me out with it, and we sorted it within a couple of hours, and everything is now tickety-boo. I wouldn't have sorted that out without his help. He didn't have to come down. He could have talked me through it over the phone, and no doubt I would have got there in the end. But no, Andy came down, he sorted it out for me. And the same with this RO system. Initially, when I first purchased this off of Andy, again, spent a lot of time with me on the phone. I explained what I wanted. He explained the ins and outs. He made sure I had the right filtration set up in the first place, because it's pointless putting this on there unless you got cleanish water going into this RO system. So he recommends that you only fit it if you've got a drum. But anyway, explained it through me. I put the phone down. After a couple of days or a couple of weeks, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go for it. So I phoned him up, ordered it, eventually got a phone call to say it was ready. So I thought, you know what, I'll go up there, I'll pick it up and I'll fit it myself. Shouldn't be a problem. I've used RO systems on reef tanks in the past. Although this is different, being recyclable, I thought the fundamentals were the same. Anyway, I've gone and picked it up off of Andy, and I saw it on this board, and you know what, I was so daunted by it. He took the time. He took the time with me. He ran through it, explained how it worked, how to plumb it in, the purpose of the meters and everything else. And you know what, by the time I got it home and got it out of the car and in the filter house, I forgot practically 90% of everything he told me. But bless his heart, I rung him up, once I fitted it to the wall and got it all plumbed in. He said to me, I'll tell you what, I'll come down and I'll fire it up for you and we'll run through it. Now again, he didn't have to do this. He just done it out of the kindness of his own heart, Now, I'm not saying he's going to do that with everybody, because it just wouldn't be practical. He couldn't do that with every single customer. He wouldn't have any time left for his business. But he will certainly give his time freely over the phone. And if he can help you out, he certainly will, So that's it really, just a few words of praise to Andy, because it is really outstanding customer service. Let me switch this on a minute, because while he was here, right, just bear the noise, I've just turned it on. A top tip I did learn while he was here that I didn't know, probably the last person in the world to know this, everybody probably already does know it, but I'll explain anyway. Top tip I did learn when Andy was down here about this TDS meter. I'll just switch it on. I was running this a little bit tight and it was just on the cusp of 1,000 TDS going to waste. Now Andy did explain to me, he said try and keep that below 1,000 parts per million going to waste. Because that way you will prolong the life of the membranes. They won't block up so much. If you have that over 1,000 or more, then it's tending to try and push the wastewater through the membranes and will eventually block your membranes. So that's a top tip I learned. Really pleased with that. So that is parts per million TDS being expelled to waste. And that is TDS going back into the pond after it's gone through the membranes. So I'm well pleased with that. That's what I'm running at the moment, 290 TDS, 17 degrees and 7.2 pH. Well pleased with that. There we have a Hanna pH meter, just to make sure that that's on par with that reading up there, which it is. Within 0.1 anyway, 0.1 difference between this handheld Hanna meter and the Blue Lab Guardian. .728 parts per million going to waste. That's what it's taken out. So thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you found that interesting. And if you've got any, if you need any parts or supplies regarding either RO or, you know, just water filters or just water pipes, contact Andy. He will look after you. Good man. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.